Okay, children. So in the last class, we had just learned about electrode potential, then standard electrode potential, then how to represent an electrochemical cell, right? So we can just recall those points. What do you mean by this electrode potential? Rijas, can you tell me?
Electropotential is the potential difference developed in the electrode and electrolyte.
Very good. The potential difference between the electrode and electrolyte, it is known as electrode potential. Then what's the difference between electrode potential and standard electrode potential? Vidur?
In standard electrode potential, the concentrations of all the species in half cell is unity.
Very good. That's it. Okay. Then you know to write or represent an electrochemical cell. We just practiced 2 examples, right? How to write that electrochemical cell? How to represent an electrochemical cell? Anna, can you tell me about galvanic cell?
By putting a vertical line between metal and electrolyte solution.
Yeah, electrode and electrolyte. Okay, fine.
And, putting a double vertical line between the two electrolytes connected by a salt.
Yes. Then what about the order of anode and cathode? Which one should write first? Anode or cathode?
Anode.
Yes, that's right. Anode. Anode should be written first. After that, you have to write cathode. Also mention the physical states of both electrode and electrolyte. In the case of electrode, it's always solid state. And in the case of electrolyte, it's in aqueous state. That's it. Okay. Then I told you just one point that there will be some potential difference between two electrodes also, right? Electrode potential means the potential difference between the electrode and electrolyte. Okay. And there is also one potential difference between these two electrodes, anode and cathode. Okay. Clear? There is some potential difference between anode and cathode because one is positively charged and the other one is negatively charged. So we are going to learn about that. And the term that used to define this potential difference is cell potential or EMF of a cell. Okay, cell potential or EMF of a cell. The potential difference between the two electrodes of a galvanic cell is called cell potential and it is measured in volt. Okay, do not get confused with electrode potential and cell potential. Electrode potential means the potential difference between electrode and electrolyte. Here the cell potential, it is the potential difference between two electrodes, means between anode and cathode. And it is measured in volt. Okay, volt. And it is also known as cell electromotive force. Okay, cell electromotive force. That's the full form of EMF, electromotive force, EMF. And when it is called the cell electromotive force, when no current is drawn through the cell. Okay, when no current is drawn through the cell, it is known as cell electromotive force. Clear? So there is one equation you have to learn to find out the cell potential of electrochemical cell. That is EMF. Okay, EMF, that is electromotive force or cell potential, that can be represented as E, then subscript cell. E cell. That means the electrode potential of cell or the cell potential. That's it. E cathode minus E anode. E cathode means electrode potential of cathode minus electrode potential of anode. Or otherwise it is just E right. Okay, E right. E right minus E left. That means when we represent in the represent a galvanic cell or an electrochemical cell, always anode write it in the left side and cathode in the right side. That's why the equation becomes E right minus E left. E cathode minus E anode. Electrode potential of cathode minus electrode potential of anode. This equation is very important. Okay, this equation is very important. To find out the cell potential, you have to find out the difference between the electrode potential of cathode and anode. Is this equation clear for you? Tell me. Any doubt, confusion? Nothing. Okay. Okay, then you have to consider the cell. Okay. Copper and silver. Here copper acts as anode and silver acts as cathode. We have to find out the cell potential of this cell. Okay. Just 1 minute. Okay, children. So you have to consider the cell. Copper acts as anode and silver acts as cathode. We can write the equation for the cell potential, that is E cathode minus E anode. Here the cathode is silver. So E means electrode potential. Electrode potential of Ag plus bar Ag minus electrode potential of copper. That is ECu2 plus bar Cu. This is the equation to find out the cell potential of each electrochemical cell. Now, can you able to write the cell potential of galvanic cell? Yes or no? This is another example. Copper and silver is here. In the case of galvanic cell, zinc and copper. You know that. Then all of you just write down the cell potential of galvanic cell. Just wait. Cell potential of galvanic cell.
Ma'am,
Yes,
can you show the last page once more?
sure. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can write the cell potential of galvanic cell. Galvanic which one is the anode there? Zinc. And the cathode is copper. Now you can write E cell is equal to E cathode minus E anode. Then you can complete it. Just look at the previous example. Then you can able to complete this one. Adul, can you tell me the equation for calculating E cell of?
ECU2 plus bar CU minus EZN2 plus bar ZN.
There is small mistake there. In the case of anode, you should write metal first, then ion. Okay, that's it. So this is the equation to find out the cell potential of each electrochemical cell. All of you got the same answer, right? Aditya? Yes, okay. Then we are moving to the next topic, that is the measurement of this electrode potential using standard hydrogen electrode. Okay, you can write the heading. Measurement of electrode potential using standard hydrogen electrode or normal hydrogen electrode. The last equation, we just write down the equation, but we don't know the values of Zn2 plus or Cu2 plus, etc. So we are going to find out a method for calculating such values. Okay. So measurement of electrode potential using standard hydrogen electrode or otherwise known as normal hydrogen electrode. In short form, we write She or NHE, SHE or NHE. Standard hydrogen electrode or normal hydrogen electrode. Okay. So from the last equation, you just know that electrode potential is required. The value of electrode potential of each metal is required to calculate the cell potential, right? Electrode potential of zinc and electrode potential of copper, it is required to calculate the cell potential of Daniell cell. Like that, in each electrochemical cell, their electrode potential is required to calculate the cell potential. But we cannot able to calculate or estimate the value of electrode potential individually. Okay, we cannot able to measure such values. For that, we are using one purpose. We are just find out the cell potential. Okay, we are using to find out the cell potential of a cell using this hydrogen electrode. Okay, using this hydrogen electrode as either anode or cathode, we just measure the cell potential. Okay, and the electrode potential in the case of hydrogen, it is always zero. It is arbitrarily fixed as 0. So the cell potential obtained is equal to the electrode potential of its partner. This is clear? Okay, I will make more clarification. Just wait. Now you can write down these points. The electrode potential of individual half cell cannot be measured. That means electrode potential of zinc or copper cannot be measured individually. Okay, but we just want that values for calculating the cell potential. For that, we are using the help of this standard hydrogen electrode or the normal hydrogen electrode. It's also known as NHE. Okay, we can measure only the difference between the two half cell potential that gives the EM of the cells or the cell potential. That's it. We cannot able to measure the electrode potential individually. We can only measure the cell potential of that cell. So for that purpose, we are using this standard hydrogen electrode as a half cell because it has zero potential at all temperatures. Its value is 0. So the calculated value for the cell potential can be taken as the value of that electrode. Okay. Do you have any doubt? I will repeat it once again. we cannot able to measure individually the value of electrode potential. Okay, but we can able to measure the cell potential. We are using this standard hydrogen electrode as one of the half cell in this reaction. And the value of electrode potential of this hydrogen electrode is arbitrarily fixed as 0. So the cell potential value can be taken as the value of electrode potential of the other half cell. That's it. We can do one example, then you can got more idea about that. Have you completed this one?
No, ma'am.
Okay, whenever you finish, you just tell me. Before that, this is the representation of standard hydrogen electrode because platinum is there, that is PT. Okay, platinum, then it is in solid state, then hydrogen bar H plus. This is the form to write the standard hydrogen electrode. Before entering into process, we can learn about the standard hydrogen electrode. What is that? Have you completed this? All of you? Nandana, have you completed?
Yes, ma'am.
What about others?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
of you, please switch on your videos. Okay, so just we are moving to this one. That is, what do you mean by the standard hydrogen electrode or this normal hydrogen electrode? It consists of a platinum electrode. You can see it in the image. Okay, there is one platinum electrode coated with platinum black. Okay, there is one platinum electrode. It is coated with platinum black. And the electrode is dipped in an exactly 1 molar HCl solution. Here 1 molar HCl solution. This platinum electrode, it is dipped in an 1 molar HCl solution and pure H2 gas. Then we just pass pure H2 gas into that. At 1 bar, the pressure is maintained as 1 bar. It is bubbled through it at 298 Kelvin and the temperature is fixed as 298 Kelvin. And the electrode potential is arbitrarily fixed as 0 at all temperatures. So that's about the standard hydrogen electrode. It is just a platinum electrode and it is coated with platinum black. This electrode is dipped in HCl solution and pure H2 gas also bubble through it. And the pressure is fixed as 1 bar and the temperature is fixed as 298 Kelvin. And the electrode potential value is fixed at 0 at all temperature. So these are the features of this standard hydrogen electrode. Standard hydrogen electrode. SHE. Mehak,
Yes, ma'am.
can you read the features of standard hydrogen electrode?
She or NHE consists of a platinum electrode coated with platinum black.
Yes.
The electrode is dipped in an exactly 1 m HCl solution and pure H2 gas at 1 bar is bubbled through it at 298 Kelvin.
Yes.
The electrode potential is arbitrary.
Arbitrarily.
orbital fixed at 0 at
all temperatures. Okay, so that's about this standard hydrogen electrode or normal hydrogen electrode. Is it finished?
Just a minute. ma'am.
Okay, then we are moving to the procedure of this one. Okay. Is the screen visible for you?
Ma'am,
Yes.
I did not complete last week.
Oh, okay, okay, sorry. Now you can complete.
Ma'am, complete.
Okay. Then we are going to find out the electrode potential of both zinc and copper through this method. Okay. First we are moving with copper. Okay. In this case, She, that is the standard hydrogen electrode, it acts as anode. Okay. And copper is always as cathode. You know that in the galvanic cell, copper acts as cathode. So here the standard hydrogen electrode, it acts as anode and the copper is cathode. So we can write we can represent this electrochemical cell like this. Okay. First we write, yes, anode, that is platinum. I told you platinum coated there. That's why we have just mentioned platinum. It's in solid state. Then H2 bar H plus. And there is a double vertical line to separate anode from cathode. Then you write the cathode Cu2 plus bar Cu. Okay, here this 1 molar is just to represent the concentration. It's in standard form. That's it. Okay, here it is standard hydrogen electrode. So the copper is also taken in unity. Concentration is taken in unity. So this is the representation of electrochemical cell. In the case of standard hydrogen electrode acts as anode and copper as cathode. Then we learned about the equation to find out the cell potential. That is E0 is equal to E0R. R means right side. Here the right side is cathode, right? E0 cathode minus E0 anode. Here we just put this 0 to represent it is standard. It's in standard form. That's it. Clear? E0. This one represent the standard form. Okay. So E right minus E left. Clear? Then I told you that the electrode potential of standard hydrogen electrode always taken as 0. So now you can substitute 0 for this E left. Okay. E left. Because here standard hydrogen electrode is at left side. That means at anode side. We can take its value as 0. So E0 R minus 0. That is E0 R. And we got the value 0.34. That's in the voltmeter. We can measure it using voltmeter, 0.34 volt. Clear? We just mixed this normal hydrogen electrode or the standard hydrogen electrode as anode and copper as cathode. And after this chemical reaction, we can find out that 0.34 volt is observed in the voltmeter. That means this is the electrode potential of copper. Because the electrode potential of the standard hydrogen electrode is 0. So this value belongs to copper. So through this method, we can find out the electrode potential of copper. Okay, clear? Is this clear for you? Yes or no? Do you want to repeat it once again? Anyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sure. Here, you leave this page. I will show it in another. Standard, just wait. Standard hydrogen electrode. Okay, she, that is taken as anode. Okay, then the copper, it is always as cathode. Okay, then we know the equation to find out the cell potential. That is E cell is equal to E cathode minus E anode, or otherwise E right minus E left. Isn't it? So here, after this chemical reaction, we got that 0.34 volt. Okay. Then you know that the standard hydrogen electrode, okay, standard hydrogen electrode, its value is 0. So only need to mention ER. That is 0.35 volt. That belongs to this copper. That's it. So this is the electrode potential of copper. Electrode potential of copper. Now it's clear. Tell me, is this clear for you now? Yes or no? Just respond. Is this clear for you, Anna? Hmm?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. Then we can learn this about zinc. Then it will get more clarity. Just wait. Okay, then the next one, when the standard hydrogen electrode, it acts as a cathode. In the previous case, standard hydrogen electrode acts as anode. Okay, here it acts as cathode because it is going to sync with zinc. Okay, so here the cathode is standard hydrogen electrode and the zinc is anode. Clear? SHE, that is standard hydrogen electrode, it acts as cathode and zinc acts as anode. Now we are going to find out this same thing. Okay, same thing, just wait. Zinc anode, SHE cathode. This is the second case. Okay, because in galvanic cell, zinc always exists as anode. That's why we prefer standard hydrogen electrode as cathode. And we know the equation E cell is equal to E cathode minus E anode, or otherwise E right minus E left. Here the right side, this one is the cathode. Standard hydrogen electrode is the cathode. SHE minus E Zn bar Zn2 plus. Here the value of standard hydrogen electrode, it is 0 minus some value that gives the final result. And we can observe that its value, it is equal to minus 0.76 volt in the voltmeter. Okay, this is the cell potential of this chemical reaction. And from this chemical reaction, we can realize that this minus 0.76 volt, it is the value of electrode potential of zinc. In the previous case, we just find out the electrode potential of copper, that is 0.34 volt, right? 0.34 volt. Here the values obtained as minus 0.76 volt. It is the electrode potential of zinc. In this way, we can calculate the electrode potential of all the elements, okay, using the standard hydrogen electrode as 1/2 cell. Now it's clear. This is clear for you? Yes or no, Anna?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. What about others? All of you, please switch on your videos. This is clear for you? Achyut? Yes, right? Yes. Okay. Now you can complete this from the slide itself. Just wait. Only need to write this one. In the first case, standard hydrogen electrode acts as anode, and second case, standard hydrogen electrode acts as cathode. And you have noticed that in the first case, we just got one positive value, and the second case, it is negative value, right? The positive value of the standard electrode potential indicates that the copper ions, they get reduced more easily than H plus ions. Okay, they can able to reduce more easily than hydrogen ions. And in the second case, the negative value of standard electron potential indicates that hydrogen ions can oxidize zinc. After this portion, we will learn about electrochemical series. Okay, then it will be more clarifying for you about this electrode potential, then cell potential, like that.
Ma'am,
Yes.
why is platinum included in the cell representation?
This standard hydrogen electrode, it should be made standardized using certain criteria. First one is temperature, it is maintained there. Pressure is maintained. And this platinum, it just acts as a catalyst. Okay,
Okay,
for
ma'am.
this chemical reaction, that's it.
Ma'am,
Yes.
I mean second representation Z then solid should come first, no, ma'am.
Sorry, sudden.
Z then should come first, no.
It's wrong. Zn should be Zn should be come first. Yes, that's right. Just wait. It should be right like this: Zn bar, Zn2 plus. Okay, that's right. Instead of this, you can write this one. Have you completed this one? Finished? Shall I move to next one? Achyut?
Yes.
Okay. So using this two, that means the electrode potential of anode and cathode. That means this is in the case of galvanic cell, okay? Zinc and copper. Now we can able to find out the cell potential of galvanic cell because its value is 0.35 volt for, sorry, it's for copper and this one for zinc. This is the cell potential of galvanic cell. Using the standard hydrogen electrode, we just find out the electrode potential of zinc and copper. Now we can able to find out the cell potential from this electrode potential. Do not get confused with both these words. Electrode potential, that's the potential difference between electrode and electrolyte. But the cell potential, it's the potential difference between two electrodes. That means between anode and cathode. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay. Then you can write. You have finished, right? Anyone else remaining? No. Okay, then there is one more point. Inert electrode. That means the electrode which provides the surface for the reaction of ions. I told you that platinum electrode acts as a catalyst. Okay, it can also act as a surface for the reaction of ions. It provides the surface for the reaction of other electrochemical cells to take place. Okay, so platinum electrode, gold electrode, both these electrodes can act as a inert electrode. They does not involved in chemical reaction, but they will provide a surface for the reaction. That's it. So we can also add these point too. Inert electrode, the electrode which provides surface for the reaction of ions. Example, platinum electrode and gold electrode. Finished? Can you stop sharing? Yes. Then if you, all of you just read this portion, today's notes, okay? Then if you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class, or either you can WhatsApp or call me, okay? Then anyone absent there? Aditya, Achud, Alvin. Alvin, are you there?
Yes,
Alvin?
ma'am.
Yes. Anna, present. Aryan, Ashwin.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Adul, present. Dia, present. Donna. Yes. Evelyn. Yes. Gayatri. Gayatri.
Present, ma'am.
Okay. Gauri.
Present,
Emmanuel. Emmanuel, present. Krishna. Krishna, present. Lydia.
Present, ma'am.
Malavika.
Present, ma'am.
Meenakshi.
Present, ma'am.
Mehak.
Present.
Michael. Michael is absent. Present. Okay. Muhammad Adi.
Present, ma'am.
Nandana. Nandana present. Nandana. Yes. Nevin. Nevin. Nidhi. Absent. Nia. Naurin.
Present, ma'am.
Punya. Present. Rijas.
Present, ma'am.
Yes. Tania. Tania. Present. Sharon.
Present, ma'am.
Shivani. Shivani. Steffi.
Present, ma'am.
Is it Steffi?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anthony. Vidur.
Present, ma'am.
Vidur. Yes, present. Okay, children. So all of you read this portion very well. Then you can ask me any doubt if you feel so. Okay. Okay. Then thank you all. See you in the next class. Bye.